Hey everybody, Voxxy here. In an effort to, I guess, kind of humanize things on social media, I'm actually going to be very open about who I am as a trash monster, trash panda, what have you, and kind of show you what it's like cleaning up my craft room, my cosplay room. It's been in disarray for quite some time now because I get super busy and I get super into things and I take all of the things out and I never take the time to put them away. And I think that's a very human thing that all of us do, whether we like to admit it or not. We're very good at showing our best selves on social media, and I've heard from a lot of you that you would like something more honest, more open, and kind of just exhibits who and what we are, and maybe in my quest to clean it up or make it better, makes it easier for you, because I know in terms of cleaning and organizing, a lot of times it's a very daunting process, and you kind of look at it and you're like, well, man, I can't do all of that right now. There's so much to do. But if you take it like little steps by little steps, or you see somebody else that's struggling in the same way, maybe it's easier for you. And I hope that that's true. So we're here in my craft room, dungeon, disaster of mess. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but it's clearly not good at this point. I'm a couple hours into cleaning and organizing, and basically what that's consisted of so far is me taking all of the shit that's lying all around, which is little bits of everything. It's pens, it's pins, it's scraps of trim, it's arts and crafts stuff, it's bits of wire, it's my cat, my cute little kitten, playing in boxes. It's knives and scissors and just literally anything you can imagine, mixed with pieces of 3D printed stuff that's been plucked out, as well as some various costumes strewn in with things, bits of fabric, lots of yards of fabric, and things like that. And it is, I'm going to show you. Brace yourselves. If you're OCD and any of this might trigger you or send you into a panic, please just shut off your screens now, because you're not gonna enjoy this little tour of this 11 by 12 foot room as I take you through it, because it is an absolute disaster. I am taking all these little bits of things, and I've kind of had little bins and boxes and piles of things that I have divided it all into, and as I'm going through those, I am organizing them and figuring out where into my wall of organized stuff it will all fit, because as messy as it all can be, these little bins help me a lot. This is the IKEA Kallax system behind me. It is one of the giant, and it's a pain in the ass to move, so maybe get some smaller ones and piece them together, but it's a giant 5x5 with a 1x5 next to it, filled with drawers and things for me to put my stuff in. For me, this is a great system because when I move, it's very easy to pull everything out of here and put them back in. It's also relatively easy for me to remember that this box has this and this box has this, and they're quasi color coded. Some of them have labels, some of them don't. It depends upon how into it you are. Also, sometimes those need to change, so if they're non-permanent, it makes it much easier. But it's a great system. I love it. It's inexpensive. I think the unit itself costs about $120, and then each little bin that's in it, that's fabric coated and filled with cardboard, cost about $5 each. So maybe not immediately wholly expensive, but overall, it's a great system. I use these for my dressers as well, because moving dressers is awful, and dressers never hold everything you want them to. All of the drawers are too small. Nothing fits in them. Like, it's a freaking nightmare. So with these, I have little boxes that are available at Target, Walmart, your dollar store, I think, for in between 77 cents and like $1.20 or whatever. And these fit very nicely in my bins o nonsense. And you can stack two on top of each other. Whoops. That lid totally came off, but there. You can see they fit in there quite nicely, and you have some room on the side for other things, depending on how you want to organize them. But for me, it's the best system I've found so far, in terms of just like stacking Tupperware bins or doing anything crazy like that. Also, the cats really love to climb in them. Say hi to everybody, Jazia. Yeah. What are you doing in my patterns? What are you doing? She's being a whole lot of nonsense. So that's my system. That's where I'm at, kind of grouping things together. Group them however you feel necessary, but for me, I have like trims and zippers and buckles in one. I have fabric projects in another. I have sculpture bits and things like that that kind of fit into that category in another. So it's all really up to you how you want to do that. But I don't know, it helps to have some semblance of an idea. I have a drawer that I call sticky things that has all of my tapes and glue guns and shit like that in it. And yeah, so I'm going to give you a tour of the awful that is this room. Granted, it's also our 3D printer room, so that might be some of like the weird noises you hear in the background. And my partner does share it with me, but I take full responsibility for the mess that's in here. It is 98% my disaster, and I'm cleaning it up because my disaster, especially with the last con, spread into the whole kitchen and dining room area, and so we have no place to actually eat food right now. So, you know, the couches are kind of doing it for us at this point. So I'm gonna give you a little tour, and then once it's all worked out and it's as clean and nice and organized as it can be, I'll give you a little tour of kind of like how I broke that down. So, oh God, you guys, I hope that this inspires you guys. I have a lot of shame about this. I don't often invite people into our house, or my little room of shame, because it's honestly, it's hard to be open about this, and it's hard to talk about it and kind of like own that you're not like this amazing internet figure who has her perfectly organized craft room and knows what she's doing and can do all these great tutorials and somehow has time to like put everything away when she's done with it. So please appreciate that I am sharing a lot of vulnerability with you guys, and yeah, really being very open about all of this. So judge me all you want. I'm trying to just own this being part of me, but I'm also trying to be better, and I think if I share this with people, it'll normalize some of the behavior that goes around with being a little bit hoarder and like kind of saving all the things and having all these like multiple projects going at the same time, and forgetting that you have like 7 other zippers that are exactly what you need already in somewhere in your house because it's in a bin somewhere. So okay, here we go. in selfie mode because I can see what I'm doing. We're standing up. We have some of my other projects up on top here. We also have obligatory like Target bags. And oh look, there's some shit hanging out of a box. There's some more. It's kind of everywhere. There's all my patterns. We will eventually get them all in there. Turning around. There's one thing. My wall of buttons, my magnetic wall that is an attempt at being organized with some of that shit. We have some posters. We have some 3D printers. We have a desk, which is like my partner's part of things. Like that's his desk. I keep throwing things at him that I find over here that I'm like, hey, this is not mine. So I'm definitely part of the reason that his desk is a mess. There's my Hella helmet in progress. And then, you know, kind of my pens and scissors and things. Those are great. They look kind of organized. And now we're going to get really scary. We're going to get really scary. We're going to look at the floor now. Guys, I'm going to warn you. Not great right now. The floor is terrifying. The floor, if you have OCD, the floor is lava. It will kill you pretty immediately. Are you ready? Okay, we're going in. Going in. Oh my goodness. See that box of pattern stuff? Yep, that's a bunch of patterns. This box right here, that's a whole bunch of arts and crafts that I have yet to sort out. Getting into it. Sorry for the shitty camera. We have my trims. We have more trims and ribbons. Zippers. That right there is my disgusting floor and my severe need of a pedicure. It's awful. Then we have, let's see, where are we going here? Whoops. It's in selfie mode. I apologize. I'm sorry. Yeah. Under the desk. There's bags of fabric. There's a lot. There's some more of my trims. That's lovely. That's lovely. A plethora of unused or somewhat used binders, notebooks, and other weird office supplies. There's a pile of foam and a bunch of wrapping paper behind it. And there is my other little shitty shelf of miscellaneous items. Some of those drawers contain bits of phones, phone cases, things like that. Some of them contain a whole bunch of wires. Some of them were things that were meant to be part of cosplays and never came to be. There are some other bins that just have endless screws and weird shit from IKEA. Some of them have tools. Let's see here. Oh, look, there's my heads. There's my heads for molding things on. Making helmets. An unfinished painting. See? Yeah. I'm not great at this whole adulting thing. I keep trying, and I'm hoping that I'm getting better. And when I have time, I'm definitely a lot better at it than those days that I don't have time. So don't feel bad about what you're doing. Don't feel bad if you're living in a space like this, because we all get there at some point. We all have this like compilation of shit that we're trying to do, and we're maybe not the best at it, and we're all working to be better, which this is me trying to be better about getting it all together and organizing it and having some semblance of what I have, where I am, and getting it all together. But don't feel bad if this is a mess and like somehow you make this mess turn into something. I still managed to turn out a cosplay that I didn't think I was going to get done, my Black Widow for Denver Pop Culture Con. I was still able to do my Hella V1 and update that a little bit. I'm working on Hella V2 after I get the room organized and complete, because then I can actually sew in here and have all my stuff in one place and not go out and continue to buy things, kitty tail, that I already have. But some of us are going to be super organized and some of us are really type A. A lot of us are creatives and we're all kind of scattered, and it makes you feel like a mess, but then you turn out something really awesome and you're super proud of it, and you should be. But don't let this hold you back, and don't let it make you feel like you're less than, because as kind of ashamed of this as I can be, I'm like, don't look at my house, it's a disaster, it's a cesspool. I still turned out something awesome from that. And no matter how bad about yourself or your lifestyle you feel, you can still turn out something awesome and make something incredible, and it can make your day with how you feel in it. It can make somebody else's day because you're portraying their favorite character. There's a lot of things that it can do for a lot of people, and so don't let this aspect of it hold you down. And if you want to judge me on this, that's fine. That's up to you, but like, you don't know who I am, and you don't know where I came from, and you clearly don't care about where it's gotten me, and I'm pretty happy with where I've gotten with things, and am in my life as a whole, because I've taken on doing this whole creative thing as most of my full-time stuff, and I'm very proud that I can make it a thing and that I can benefit charity, Cat for Kids, and am working on my art, and yeah. So if this makes anybody feel better, great. More power to you. I hope that it does, or inspires you, or if you see anything in my way of organizing, like maybe it helps you. I don't know. But if you want to be judgy, you can share that, you can spread that negativity, but ultimately I'm working to be better, and I think everybody's always working to be better, so just acknowledge that before you decide to be like shitty to somebody out there on the internet for doing something they love and trying to be a better version of themselves. So that is my 2 cents. I hope the audio doesn't turn out too crappy. And yeah, have a great day, guys. I will update more once I have everything nice and in order, and I will be very proud to share that as it comes. And then probably about 2 seconds after that, and I start my new project, it'll be in total disarray again. So have fun.